Welcome to the trailer park, folks. I'm a new investor that's trying to get to $10,000 by the end of the year. Will I get rich or will I get wrecked? We'll take a look, see how it's going so far. We're going to take a look at the big dips of the week and find out how I spent my weekly 120. We're not going to get to $10,000 too fast like this, are we? But we're heading the right direction at least. We're gaining for a few weeks. This number just kept getting smaller, even with the money I was putting in. But at least this week, it looks like we're heading in the right direction from 16% down to just 13% down. Just 13% down. All of a sudden, 13 doesn't sound so bad, huh? We were getting really far into the hole, so it's nice to see this number getting smaller, just $789 down year to date. We're not kicking ass, but we're back to heading in the right direction. Been buying all the way through this, since October, every single week with my 120. So I think we're going to come out of this on the other side looking pretty good. All right. So typically, I make my buys on Thursday. So Wednesday, at the end of the day, I'll go through the portfolio and take a look and see what's on the dip for that week. And if I'm not too overweighted in it at that point, that's where I'm going to go with it. Well, man, this week, normally I just draw single scoops up here, but man, this was double dip week. We had some big dips. So it came down to these four. I had to make a decision on where was I going to spend my money? What was I going to buy this week? Celsius was down 5% for the week, down 28% for the month, but lots of growth. Lots of growth and still a big runway ahead of them. Forward PE is just 21 and PEG ratio of 0.3. I mean, that means where are they at? The $34 that they're selling for this week. To me, that's a steal. How do I not buy some Celsius? But we got so much competition this week, it was tough. SOFI was only down 1.5 points this week. Not a huge dip for the week, but man, down 40% for the month. The stock's sitting around $15. And I told y'all before, I was going to buy anything under 20. And now we're at 15. Once again, how do you say no? I know they need rates to drop. They need rates to drop before they make another run. And I know we're a ways off from that. We may not get a rate drop this year, after figuring that we were going to get 2 or 3. So you might have to wait a little while on this one, but I'm willing to wait to be able to get it at this price with where I think they're going to head in the future. Still, again, seems like a steal deal. How do I make up my mind with this? Number 3, the trailer park's favorite. Y'all know this. I love Elf Beauty. It's my favorite stock. It's down 10% this week, down 24% for the month. I could go into a lot of numbers on this, but I just did it in last week's video. If you're interested in Elf and you want to hear the best that I can do at a deep dive, take a look at last week's video. But I will leave y'all with one little new nugget. They are one of 6. They are one of 6 companies on the stock market that has grown revenue 28 straight quarters. 28 straight quarters at a clip of 20% growth per quarter. 28 straight quarters of growing over 20% per quarter. There's only 6 companies that have done it. Elf Beauty's one of them. I think this dip is insane. How do I not buy more? And then boy, Nike. Down 16% for the week. Down 26% for the month. I'm down 33% on this position. That's a big old 3-finger dip. And I'm left with 3 choices. Do I sell it at a loss and just get rid of it? Do I just try to hold and hope that it comes back up to, my average cost? Or do you double down and buy more? Do you buy this dip? Do you really believe in the turnaround? That kind of a conviction play. To me, the middle option, the hold option, isn't really an option. I feel like you either believe in the stock or you don't. If you believe in it, buy more. It's a great price. At what? $44. $44. Or you can sell and just, you don't believe in it, sell it, out the door, out of your mind, move on to something else. And honestly, I still believe in Nike. This Tuesday. All right, so Tuesday, y'all were all there. Stock market blew up. Everything was headed off in the right direction. I was up big that day. Nike was up 3.5% at close on Tuesday. And they were reporting earnings at the end of the day after close. Whenever I was getting ready to head home, I just took a quick little look at it. And hey, double beat, top and bottom. Let's go. Maybe we'll get a bigger run up from here. And I headed home. I'm driving home from work and I get a notification on my phone that says Nike is now at its 52-week low. It had sold off like crazy after the double beat in earnings. Well, like I said, I hadn't had time to really look into it, so it made me mad. I've had 4 or 5 stocks this year that have reported wonderful earnings, great earnings, and just immediately sold off, and just leaving me wondering what this game is all about. So I grabbed my phone and I did one of those driving home from work rant videos. I don't have a stand and I didn't have a microphone. I'm just holding my phone as I'm driving and it's all over. You get to see the roof of my car and, as I rant about, what the hell Wall Street. And of course I get home and I look into the guidance. I find out that basically they gave real bad guidance, saying we're probably going to be down the next couple of quarters. Still got some inventory to clean out. Trying to do a turnaround in China, which the North America, it's going up good. I think they're up, I want to say 7%, something like that on North American sales, but China's down and that does represent a big piece of their pie. So I get it. I don't think it should have sold down as much as it did, but I get it. But the turnaround has started. And if you look back the last 3 quarters, you can see the turnaround has started for Nike. The numbers are getting a little bit better every quarter. And so I'm not going to let this, even if the next 2 quarters do look a little rough, I'm in it. I'm in it for the long haul. I'll probably have Nike for, a decade or more. I can't see myself getting rid of it. And I'm getting a chance to get in at such a wonderful price now that whenever Elliott Hill does get this ship, big ships, Nike's a big ship and big ships turn slowly. But once course is corrected and they get headed that direction, a big ship's also really hard to stop. I think we got a good runway still left ahead of us there. So before we get out of this section, I want to basically give the game ball to our team MVP for this week. The best performer on the portfolio was AMD. It's my big dog. It's the top position in my portfolio. It was up 5% for the week, and it's up 14% of the month, and I'm up 77% altogether on AMD. Love this stock. Lisa Sue's doing a great job. And I think this is just the beginning. I think we got at least another 2-year run. And I think once we get past all the controversy in the world that we got going on right now, I think we'll see another great run out of AMD. So, we'll go on to the weekly 120. Except this week, it's actually the weekly 186 because I had $60 of dry powder still left that I decided now was the time to deploy. And I had $6 in sweet dividends from a handful of different ones. I think most of it came from Nike. Y'all, I couldn't pick one of these dips. As you can tell as I'm going through here, I love all four of these companies. I think they're all great companies, great prices right now. So I couldn't pick, I just bought all four. I put $50 each into ELF, Nike, and SOFI. And then the $36 that I had left over bought me just a touch more than a full share of Celsius. And just improved my position in all four of them. Brought my cost average down on all four of them a little bit without overweighting any one position. I still believe in all four of these companies. I still think they all got great futures ahead of them. I think all four of these are great buys for me. So what about you guys? What are y'all buying? What are y'all selling? Is there anything that you've got in your portfolio that's scaring you that you're getting ready to dump? Anything you've seen in my portfolio that you're getting ready to dump? Give a brother a heads up. I am new at this. I'm just curious. I'm curious to know what y'all are looking at. You know, Micron's been on my mind. They've been turning in some killer earnings reports, and they're down big. And how do you avoid that? I've got enough positions. I got 16 positions right now. I'm not really looking to add more, but my gosh, Micron seems like a deal right now. Still playing around with the GDX, the gold miners ETF. Just hadn't quite got myself to pull the trigger on it just yet. But let me know what y'all are doing. Let me know what y'all are looking at investing in and what you're currently buying. I might want to jump in there with you. I think that's about it. I think it's about all we got for this week. I appreciate y'all being here. Remember, we may never get rich at this, but there's nothing wrong with trying to get a little bit more than what you got. We'll see y'all next week here at the trailer park.